From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Well, the auto switcher was supposed to work there, but it didn't. That's okay. It happens. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Jason here at Signature Esports. What a pleasure it is to have you here all live and in charge, and the fun stuff, the imagination of the world is kind of bringing everyone together. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. Daytona International Speedway this Friday night for the second race of the round of 15. The Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Hopefully you are finding yourselves in such great spirits that, it is kind of making itself known to just be awesome, just be fantastic. Logos on the top right, you're going to see three of them. One of them is kind of delayed a little, or is being overlapped. And there's not much I can do about that at the moment. Big Oss Motorsports, part of the mix, and then the Winning Bid Diecast auctions, and of course the MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. All the sponsors for the AOR. I don't know what happened. I know the SDK made some changes here recently when it came to some of the logos and stuff like that. So I am working on trying to figure that out, so that way we can get folks, get them the due diligence that they need here, because I want to make sure they're taken care of course. That is what I do. That is my job. That is what we love to see. And we might have to maybe try to extend some time here. So we will try to do that. Let's see if that'll work here. As, yeah. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with it, but we will continue to try. For darn sure. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday evening. Congratulations to all the 2022 family members out there. Hopefully you have all found yourselves into... Hey, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Control-C, Control-V. Forgive me, folks. I want to get this stuff fixed now before we get into this wonderful, wonderful race that we have coming up. And I want to make sure that you all know that we're going to be doing exactly what we need to do to make it right, to make it all seemingly the most beautiful stream that you could ever ask for. Occasionally it does happen. Occasionally we do try to make some things work the right way. That's at least what I want to be doing. All right, so let's fix that. All right. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. I think I might have it all taken care of. We will see here as, there it is. Okay, there it is. Love you. Love all you folks out there. Thank you so much. We'll go over the point settings and what we're going to be doing here. Starting grid, though, Bill Hales is going to be your pole sitter. Haas Beverly second fastest there on the outside lane. Dougie Higgins Jr. is going to be there with Kevin Winker to his outside. Will Rhino, Caleb Patton will make up the next row. Jesse Holmes, Eric Hegdal in row number 4. Cody is not racing. He's your race controller. Thank you, Cody, for all you do out there. Mark Beverly's going to be there in row number 5. Keith Prince and Nick Lawrence in row 6. Moving on down. Row 7, Jesse Wise, Jesse Calloway, Tyler Beverly, Nathan Dahl, and then Joey Lyons out there. How's Joey doing? Joey, again, plays Tarkov with us. We love what he does. Hopefully he's having a fantastic evening. Butt Kicker, thebuttkicker.com, promo code AOR20. That is your starting grid for the drivers. Hopefully we are going to see ourselves some very phenomenal green flag racing here. Stages, there's only one of them, stage 30 for the drivers. Race 2 of the round of 15, 80 laps, 1 fast repair, 70% fuel, 4 sets of tires. That means on the first stage they should have to come to pit road for fuel, because I do believe these trucks only get 28 to 30 laps on a green flag run on a full tank, and if they go to 70%, that means that there's going to be some changes out there for these drivers, and it's going to be absolutely insanity. If you haven't seen it in the description, Tyler, thank you for the like. Ken, thank you for the like. Thank you for all of you followers out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. 669 on Twitch. Thank you very much. I think we lost a follower. We had 670. That's okay. We can lose followers. That's the norm of life, right? So it's all good. We don't have to. We can't make everybody happy, but that's okay. We love you all. We appreciate you all. It's Joey gonna be in. Keith Prince, is he gonna race? I don't know. Hopefully it works. Hopefully they're gonna be okay. Hopefully they're not having any issues out there. Here is in the description, Operation Supply Drop. That's gonna be somebody that I am supporting. That is a whole slew of soldiers deployed, and this nonprofit sends care packages to them. So there's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube if you could get out there and do that. Donate what you can. We have raised $250 of our $1,000 goal, and once we reach $1,000, right now I already have a Batman onesie coming. Yeah, that's true. I'll be gaming with a Batman onesie, and then after that, let's see, we're gonna be dropping some inventories in some games that we're playing. I'm gonna have to dye my hair, and then we're doing something else. There's something else that's going on, but all good things. All right, Operation Supply Drop there. Green flag's gonna wave, and we're back at it. Race 2 for the round of 15. Ailes, Beverly, Winker, Higgins, Rhino, Patton, Hegdal, Holmes, Beverly. 3 drivers out of the race. Joey's gonna be out. Keith Prince out of the race as well. Let's take a look at what's going on there. Side-by-side racing, Haas Beverly to the outside. Does look like Kevin Winker's going to give a big shove. We know that Kevin is trying to push his way into the best of situations here. We will see a lot of these drivers try to compete and try to bend and will themselves around this racetrack. You want to be there at the end and not necessarily have that first issue. Now, a lot of the drivers are going to see that these trucks are going to be very dicey for a little bit. Then they'll stretch their hands once they get to the green flag pit stops, not just in stage 1, but stage 2. That second stage is going to be really important. And right now, Haas Beverly up the racetrack a little bit right there. He's going to pull down into the bottom lane, pulls the 53 with him. Kevin Winker to the outside, able to pull the 27 of the 4. All that air that, a little dicey already. 42 and 27 go together. Haas Beverly back to third now as Eric Hegdal left out to dry. Haas went up the racetrack a little bit right there, and the 53 Bill Hales kind of had to back off of that a little bit. So we'll see just what they're going to be able to do here. Right now, the outside lane, making it work. Jesse Wise back here. And that Toyota is going to get right to the back bumper of the number 4 truck. Cody, thank you. Appreciate you. It's funny that I'm calling a day. That's awesome. Daytona is a beautiful track. Cody, I appreciate you. Absolutely. Absolutely. He said hashtag Roasted Gems. Absolutely. Roasted Gems is a good coffee brand. Their sponsorship ended with me, but that's okay. I still support what they do, and they have some great coffee. I would highly recommend them. Caleb Patton in that second spot. Beverly in third. Nerds doing our thing. It's probably a good old-fashioned field out there, but I do want one of their hats. That is a real thing. Tyler Beverly with the fastest lap of the race. And he's starting to pick up some speed to the outside lane. There's the 9 of Jesse Calloway up there as well. Have a little PBR action. No oops. They've got good coffee. I still recommend them. I would recommend them over about 80% of the coffee I've ever had. Speak. But they're in my top 3 coffee brands. There we go. Love it. Still recommend them. And not a big deal about sponsorships. I don't care. I don't care about that. I still, I'm glad I was able to support them, and I still support them. They're still small business. I'm like, woo, a little bit nicer. Jesse Wise gets into that second lane, finds a little bit of room, but didn't go anywhere. Backs up to Hegdal here as now Haas Beverly is going to drop to the back of this line here. Could be able to make that work though. 53. There's the 18 of Nick Lawrence. This is the Mobile One Toyota. A lot of the drivers getting down to that bottom yellow lane, and they're tapping it. It's curious to see that happening. 42-4, 27, 69 of the 9. Hegdal to the outside now has a big push. 69 up the racetrack. Close down the distance. The 4 not able to clear here. Hegdal keeping that inside lane his own. And he's staying second split seam right there. What I mean by split seam, I'm going to make sure we follow the nose cam. Watch Eric Hegdal. You see that black line right there? He's keeping his tires kind of split seam of that. Right side tires are going to be on the right side of it. And he's not running completely what we call second lane, which is the highest portion of the racetrack. Technically, there are 2 lanes here, but you can fit 3 wide pretty easily. Straight away has Hegdal there, and everybody kind of just backing themselves up. Haas Beverly finds himself back there with the 13. 7 laps in. It's all good things. Let's take a look and see. Playoff points for the series are. Mark Beverly, current road caution comes out. Mark Beverly is your current points leader, and that is because he had so many playoff points coming in that actually played a factor. So right now, 177 to 158. Carly, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you. 144 to Bill Hills. He's third. 137 tied for Eric Hegdal. And Nathan Dahl right now playoff points 101 to 100. So that is where they stand. 139, 118, 105, 101 for Hegdal. That was what was going into this race. And now we're taking a look at where they see themselves and seat themselves. Haas Beverly in 6th, Dougie Higgins Jr. in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all the way to Patton. You see the rest of it. Find your favorite driver. John Ciolino out there trying to make some things work as well. So hopefully we'll see John make some things happen. Let's get rid of the points. Look at everybody out there sticking with it. Let's go and see what happened on the old caution. I believe Caleb Patton was involved in this one. A little far chase. We're going to see what happened here because now they do have one fast repair here, but we'll see. Whoa. Winker. Hold on. Something happened to Winker there. And I talk about getting into the line here. Ooh, 27 gave him the shove and he got him free. He just whips it into the 69, and now Patton, who started that one, got into the 9 and the 27 there. I'm sorry, into the 9 and a few of the other drivers there. Caleb Patton was the one who gave that hard bump to him. Got him free, and it is pretty easy to do that. And I say hard bump, it was a really hard bump. He just got him free. A lot of drivers going to be able to either take their fast repairs or get their damage repaired. Some of the drivers had to jump to pits or get towed, and that is Caleb Patton, one of those drivers, not able to get himself back around, so he's going to find himself a lap or 2 down. Carly, 100-star bomb, thank you very much. She says, happy Friday to you as well. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope everybody's out there having a fantastic weekend. I love you all. Thank you for the 100 stars and your big giant streak that you have for all the gamers out there. How many stars is that? 120 week streak. Damn, bang. Tyler, thank you for the share. Appreciate you, Mr. Beverly. You're having a fantastic night. We love you all. We appreciate you all. Dun, 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 dun. Caleb, thank you for the like as well. I appreciate you. You're not out of the race, right? You're just getting towed. Just get towed. Keep towing. Keep towing, buddy. Over 2 that is huge. 2 years of sending stars. That's insane. Let's see. I have to make sure my rewards are good. Spend our 50,000 viewer points. All right, Community Growth Challenge. We have it on Twitch, so redeem your points. We have extended. We're trying to do channel points. So if you have channel points out there on Twitch, make sure that you use them because I'm trying to do that 50,000 one. Mark, thank you for the like. Much love to you. Oh, well, tow it. Use that fast repair. There you are. See, he's back out there. You got time. You got some time. There'll be another. There at least will be a stage coming up, and quite possibly another caution. So you'll get some of that time back. Just be patient. You got this. Had to sneeze there. Cautions brought to you by Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. Go check them out on all your favorite platforms. Nerds Do Nerd Things. I watch them on all of the. I'm sorry. I listened to them on Spotify. They release every Friday. They had a new episode this morning. I appreciate the Nerds Do Nerd Things family. Go give them a follow on their Facebook page as well, and their Instagram and YouTube channels. NDNT Nerds Do Nerd Things. Space Truck is lights off. Hegdal, Hales, Lawrence, Beverly. That's going to be your 4 drivers right there. Tyler Beverly, high up there. He's going to be ready to go. Super Speedway action. About to get back at it. John, thank you for the like out there as well. Much love to you. Daytona is loud. They are just now getting up to speed. 170 miles an hour through the gears of the full send is the kind of words that we like to hear. Full send, full send. Jesse Wise will be a lap down here. And a chance now. He's still got some nose damage. He went in and got repaired, so he'll get a lucky dog situation here, quite possibly. But he's in the trial. He's going to have to stay high. A lot of drivers right there. Caleb Patton not looking up and going, no! There'll be an opportunity here, though. 12 of 80. And as long as Wise can keep up, he should be able to be just fine. Right now, Caleb Patton getting right there to the right bunker. We'll follow along with what's going on here. He's got the 30 of Nathan Dahl in front of him. Let's take a look down the back straightaway here. Here's the 30. Little Hendrick Chevrolet action on him. Caleb's going to be able to make it work with him. Jesse Wise does pick up the draft. He's going to be on the high side here. He's got some right side and some heavy nose damage. No doubt didn't want to use that fast repair, so he's going to be able to make it work for himself. Bill Hales, Eric Hagel, Tyler Beverly, Nick Lawrence, Jesse Holmes. A real line on what's going to be your front 3 rows as they run side by side for the lead here. Bill Hales trying to utilize that outside. This is anybody's game. So for the playoff drivers that need to get to the next round, my encouragement for them is to, by all means, make sure that you're there till the end. And some of these playoff drivers needing that win to get themselves above that cutoff line and to move themselves into the next round. One more race for the round of 15 as they continue to move here, and that will be at Las Vegas next week. I do believe next week. I'll take a look at the schedule and make sure that I'm correct in that. Let's see, schedule. May 27th, Las Vegas, yes. And that will be Memorial Day weekend. How about and then June 3rd, Iowa, Talladega on June 10th. Atlanta Motor Speedway on June 17th. And then the championship race at Michigan International on June 24th for the championship final. They're going to take 5 drivers to the end. So they're going to go from 15 to 10 drivers after Las Vegas, which is next week. There are 3 races there, and then it's going to be a championship 5. So the top 5 in points after that point will be those drivers. Moving on. You're listening to the Sounds of iRacing, brought to you by me over here at Signature Esports. Much love. The MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. Gotta go check those loving boys out. They have got some great information on their Facebook page. They go live Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can check them out, but it is not until you watch the races, you get yourself into our streams, and you tell everybody that this is the best out there, because why not? I'm not the best, but I am trying to be the best. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love to see it. 15 of 80. I am working on being the best. I am working on getting everything up to par so that way we can make sure that you all absolutely have the best racing series out there, and the drivers, and not just the drivers, but I want to make sure that you have the best commentation, the best looking streams, and so everything that I'm doing here is going to kind of just add up to it and work ourselves to it. 4, 18, 45, 53, 16 of 80. Long race for the drivers tonight. A lot of patience to be had. Bill Hales clears Eric Hegdel, so Eric's going to get that 4 wide Ford F-150 right there to the back bumper of that Toyota. M&H Construction, Melanie Hales, I know it's going to be on there as well. Good to see everybody. Cody, the best race can be. You know what? Hey, Cody, have you thought about, I know Amar does it, but have you thought about being a professional RCer? I'm just saying. I bet you could make I wouldn't say a living, but I bet you could make yourselves a little extra dinero on the side if you really wanted to. Amar RC does. 4 to the back bumper to the 53. 18 has the 17 with him. Rhino having a great series and a great season. John, thank you, sir. Just saying. Things to be thought of. Do you know rules of road series? Because there's an F1 style series that is looking for stewards. That is coming up that we are working with, I do believe. So if you know anything about road racing, I'd be able to hook you up there. Who knows? Who knows? You are all amazing, and that's the reason why I continue to do this. And the leagues, yes, the leagues, of course, they do pay me to do this, but however, at some point I can say, no, I don't want to charge anybody to do this anymore. I don't want to do this for the rest of my evenings, 7 days a week, but I like it. And it's a lot of fun. And seeing these drivers develop has been very rewarding. Also, being able to contribute to something to society is more important to me, and especially the gaming community, because I find that not only does this help my mental health, but it's also helping a lot of the mental health strategies to a lot of folks out there that are needing it. So I absolutely love the fact that I can do this and I can help and I can participate in something so cool. Dougie Higgins Jr., the 41, trying to battle his way back. Dougie's been very strong as of late. I think he is just riding in the back to kind of keep himself patient here. Bill Hales out front down the back stretch. Not enough time in the week. We have to be Yeah, just that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Well, that's why you got to get yourself a good one that lets you do it. No, I'm totally joking. Yeah, there's not enough time of the week. I mean, I not only do I do this, and I get on here and my game and I do tutorials and I try to have content creation for everybody, but I own my own business, and on top of that, run the staff and the employees, do all the photo shoots, do all the editing on top of that, and the print shop that we have, along with the merch that we have to print off, and man, I just realized there is not enough time in a day. And be able to keep up with this and what's going on in game development and the game that we are working on as well over here at Signature Esports. I say we, but I say we because it's going to be a community game, and I want folks to be able to try it. I want you guys to try the things that I'm going to be doing because it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, man, we do a lot. So if somebody ever says there's not enough time in the day to be a content creator, they're lying. James, thank you for all the shares. Much love to you. And I don't know if you want to be sleeping on the Beverly's couch. They might put you in a race car and say, "Hey, go race this one." That'd be kind of cool, though. James Mandarin out there, thank you for the shares, folks. Go check out Mandarin Racing. His YouTube, his Facebook page is absolutely killer. Oh, 29 into the. Oh, they're wrecking. No, Patton, no. Caleb was caught up in that, folks. My heart is breaking. My heart is breaking. My heart is very much breaking. Caution! Okay. A little bit of traffic happening here, so let's see kind of where this went. There was the 9 right there. I know that Callaway was caught in this, but I think somebody went high here. A little far chase. They were right there with Tyler Beverly, and that was the 29 of Jesse Holmes here. Let's see what happened here. There's a lot more. He was giving a nice shove to Beverly. They were making ground right here. That's the chase view. Here's the far chase view. And here's what happened. Running the corner, 29 up high onto the wall and just freeze up into the 9. 17. So he's safe. Jesse Holmes is safe. He just went a little high right there. Well, Rhino right here being collected. There is Caleb. Poor Caleb. Oh, what happened to Kevin? There's Kevin Winker right there. Watch Kevin Winker's truck. He kind of went up in the air a little bit. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Out of the gas, out of the gas. Oh, man. Haas misses that. Holy cow. Haas Beverly. That was a pucker moment. Hold on. Hold on. Watch Haas here. Hold on. Where's Haas Beverly? Yeah. Right here. Here's Haas. Watch this. Cockpit view. Watch this. Boom. He sees it. He sees it. Watch. This is that dodgeball lesson. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. Right here. This is brakes. Goes around to 13. 42 is right there. Oh, misses him. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. He stays this. He stays the scene. He's like, if I'm gonna hit him, I'm gonna hit him. He misses him. Dang. Okay, now we gotta watch that. Hold on, let's watch that at speed. He's on the brakes. Listen, brakes, 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 brakes. Oh, oh, huh, 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 huh. No skadoosh out of that one. Holy cow. Full send. Bill Hale's your race leader. Somebody ask Haas if he needs to go check the Browns. See if the Browns hit the Super Bowl there. Holy cow. Any bears in the cave. That would be dang, oh dang. All right. Jesse Wise would have been your lucky dog. He is your lucky dog, so he's going to be back on the lead lap. Kevin Winker will be a lap down at the moment. Now, Winker, I believe, had to tow there. Oh, Kevin? Kevin gets the, that one. Helicopter award for the 42. He's got a lot of awards with me, but I don't think he's really gotten any of the helicopter awards. Either way, doesn't matter. He was up and over some trucks there. Dougie says this is wild. It's a pretty wild ride. It's all right though. Dougie, you're just kind of biding your time, aren't you? I see you back here. Doing your thing. Folks, I'm going to play a commercial. I want to check my cameras, so I want to make sure I've got the right cameras running. I'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Back at it again we go. They're going green. Oh, no more helicopters. We only had one. There's Dougie Higgins Jr. back here. He's got Bill Hales right up front with him. I want to take a look at something here because I had myself some things I wanted to make sure was working correctly here. So hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. That's my second hard drive. Let me look at some things here, folks. So sorry about this. A lot of separation right now. 25 of 80. Being completed right now. Guess they work. Hagel side by side with the old 53 there. Folks, go check out the Winning Bid Diecast auctions over there on the old Facebook page. See what he's throwing back out there. The Winning Bid, absolutely phenomenal. 13 of Mark Beverly pokes his nose into the race as I have a hiccup. And give it a good shove to Hegel right there. Os Beverly right behind, 22, rolling the corner. Eye line, a little bit more organized. They're staying a little bit more in a straight line, and Os Beverly keeping just that equal distance off. And right now, the 13 is going to be able to drop down. Whoop, maybe not. Fakes out the 4. Has the 22 to win. 4 up high. 3 wide. They were 3 wide. 4 had to go back down to the bottom there, because he was trying to cut up in front of the 13 and pull him again. It didn't work out, so Bill Hales now giving a big shove to the 4 truck here that Toyota's going to be able to work. 22 is going to have to get right back to the back bumper. So we've got the 9 of Callaway coming around. He's going to be a lap down. 13 to the inside. The draft ability of the 13 to the 22. Callaway will be lucky dog if something were to come to fruition right now. So right now, Bill Hales, Mark Beverly, they're going to be side by side, and now Hegel pulls the inside along with him. Nick Lawrence in that first spot. Rolls the corner. Big shove coming. Haas trying to get right to the back bumper of the 13. Haas is, I think Haas is a better person to keep his nose to the back bumper. 3 Beverleys on the high side. And Mark trying to lead from the outside lane. There's the 45, 22, 13. Each of the Beverleys driving a different style of line here. 29 of 80 as they continue to move around. Corner to corner action as the 13 has the 22. 53 upside drafts the 4. 4 tries to carry some more of that speed. 13 is going to be able to utilize more of a natural line here on that high side. There's an overhead look of these trucks as they come down the back straightaway. Daytona 2.5 mile track is absolutely blistering fast. And right now, there goes the 13. He pulls out in front of the 4 here. 29 of 80 as the 45 is going to be able to back up the nose. Ooh, 18 tries to go high here. Had to check up some of that speed he had. 13 rolls in, 30 of 80 being completed. Last lap stage ends on this one as 22 carries the speed up high. The 4 of Hagdahl is going to get a run right here on the 13. That's going to check up some of that inside lane. 13 is going to stay low. 22 is going to be high. Bill Hales rolls to the back bumper of the 13. Here's a big shove from the inside lane. 22 is going to have that run. Now the 22 can lay back. That's the 13's teammate. Right now, Bill Hales can do some work. And he's doing just that. I think he listened. Stage win. It's going to come to somebody. I think it's going to go to Bill Hales. Hales wins that one. Stage win to Bill Hales. Eric Hagdahl drops back to 4th. Mark Beverly will finish 2nd in the stage. Nathan Dahl will be 3rd. Nick Lawrence 4th. Haas Beverly back to 6th. And they're all rack 'em, stack 'em, re-rack 'em, coming to pit road. Caution. Bill the Magnificent. M&H Construction Toyota wins the stage here, and that's going to help him when it comes to playoff points and everything that's going on right there. Operation Supply Drop. You see the OSD right there, folks. Go check out the description in on Facebook and YouTube. In the description of this video, you'll see a link. It's a great organization that donates to the cause of our men and women deployed. They send up gaming boxes and crates and things to keep their minds off of what's going on in their life, and if that also includes just the randomness, and I love what they do. So go check them out. Check out their organization. Check out the link in the description. It'll take you right to where you can donate, and of course it'll show you our live streams each and every time. We have until May 31st to hit that goal, and once we do, then we'll do that stream afterwards to accommodate all of that. Bill Hales, stage 1 winner. Thank you to each and every one of you. You are all amazing. I'm going to make that logo a little bit smaller. There we go. We're going to pop it over here to the side, because we want to make sure that we also talk about another sponsor of the series here, Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker has some new innovations out there, some new tech, and of course, has some of the best rumble sensors for your seat. Billies you've been missing at Butt Kicker, go to thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code AOR20 Alpha Oscar Romeo, the number 2, the number 0, AOR20 at checkout. And by doing that, you help support the streams, not the streams, you help support the league and what they do there. The race off pit road's going to look like this. Will Rhino, I do believe, is going to win that race. He's only going to take fuel there. These cameras are a little janked right now. I'm trying to figure out what happened to them, because These are not the same Daytona cams that I've installed, and some things have changed. Like we're going to be redoing cameras. We're going to spend this week with after we get done with regular old work. I'm a fan of my Daytona. I'm a fan of my super speedway cams because I absolutely love what they do. Folks, if you're liking what you're doing, hit that like, hit that follow, do what you got to do. Man, Bill races like 4 leagues. He does. The wreck was fire. Yes, it was. Go MDM, Caleb. Giving a shove. That move, it was a great move. And he did exactly what he needed to do. And that's exactly how you set up turn 3 and 4. Haas did exactly what I thought Haas was going to do. My teammates trying to go for a stage win here. I'm going to not push the guy that's on the outside trying to battle. Make him do it all. And that was able to get Bill Hales some cap. He did capitalize on that, but that was absolutely insane. Bill does a lot of racing. A lot of drivers out there, believe it or not, there's a lot of drivers out there that race in enough leagues to try to keep them safe. Caleb Patton's going to be your lucky dog, by the way, or your free pass here. Everybody on the lead lap. No, Kevin Winker got back on the lead lap. He was your lucky dog. A lot of folks get out there and they race between, I don't know, I say I've seen some drivers race in 3 or 4 leagues on average when it comes to those who get their stuff televised or on streams. I don't know. How many races do you guys get out there and race? How many leagues do you race in? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Do you race 7 days a week? Tell me in the chat. 34 of 80. They're going to have at least one more green flag pit stop before they come in to finish this race off. And I do believe we might see them all battle out. 1 at the moment, Chris says. All right, folks. They're going to pitter-patter skedaddle. I'm going to put this on my favorite cam, and hopefully it works right, or it works correctly. And I'm going to refilm a comp. They're going to go back to green flag racing. They're going to get up to speed. We're going to keep these drivers rolling. And, of course, and always, like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I got to get something to drink. My throat is starting to feel it. working on those night moves. They are 17. A Will Rhino right there in 5th, right where he started. Nick Lawrence battling to the inside. Does have the 29 of Jesse Holmes with him. Tyler Beverly once again runs the last. His last lap was his fastest lap, 28.41, fastest lap in the race. Right now, a lot of drivers trying to find separation here. Dog is barking. Full send, right? That's what we say. 42-4 when the battle rages on. Single file racing is going to be the big factor here. Caleb Patton still trying to complete laps. He's going to stay up high here for the drivers as a 4-17 try to work that outside lane. 42 of Kevin Winker finds himself back out front as Nick Lawrence runs the inside lane with him. You need teammates. You need partnerships here. More importantly, you need to save fuel. 45 is going to go high to the 30 here. Tries to pull some of the inside draft as these drivers try to find their way around. Top 5 all within striking distance. Everybody else starting to recollect their thoughts. 45 pulls Bill Hales to the outside. Bill's going to get right there to the back bumper of the 45. You know, this is exactly where he's going to want to be. Rangersy giving a whole 100 biddies out there. 100 bits. That's 100 bits. Throws them on the table. Says, bam. Here you go. Appreciate you very much. Head on the high side. Winker to the inside. Kevin trying to close down some of that distance. I tell you what. Where do you want to be? If you're out there running super speedway racing, where do you want to be? Do you want to be up front? Do you want to be second? Do you want to be third? Where do you want to be? 40 laps to go, halfway through this one when they cross the start-finish line. I don't know where I want to be. I want to be somebody. Agdal, Rhino outside. Holmes right there, the 29, that Ford. Catching some of that upper line draft. 4-17, trying to go together. And 3 Fords bang the outside lane, and they're making it work. But Kevin Waker fighting back on the inside. He's got the fastest way around this racetrack. And sneeze again. Bobby, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. How you doing, my friend? On the couch. Let's see. Cody does 7 official races, 1 race control night, and about 2,000 laps of practice and testing each week. Want to actually find a fixed truck league. Do 1 league, but I try to run a few nights. Let's see. I also like to try to be a spotter for someone. I think that'd be really cool. Be awesome. On the couch. There it is. Something that spotting is a ton of fun. I've done that a couple of times. During like NISs and stuff like that for folks. If I'm not broadcasting and somebody needs it, that's what I do. Because I have all the overhead views that I see. Spotting's a lot of fun, actually. I think it's a lot of fun. Let's see. Chris, let's see. Truck leagues. Have you done the Goat Racing League? Agdal, Rhino, Winker, Lawrence, Holmes. Top 5. Jesse Wise here, the 69, grabbing my son, Brop. Finally got that package in. You've only been on Garland's League. Get on the Goat Racing League. They race on, their truck series is on Tuesdays. Goat Racing League, Facebook.com/GOAT Racing 23. The number 2, the number 3. In the Discord. They just started their series only a couple of weeks in. There you go. There it is. Get over there and race. I recommend it. I like this league too. Are they, Cody, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to going to take a couple of weeks off after the season's over, and then they're going to come back and do it again, right? I do believe that's what I saw. I know they've got the 87s that you guys are playing around with. I have to talk to Mark about what Asphalt's going to be doing after this season, because they're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Get the patent down, still trying to find some race pace out of his truck. Heavily damaged. That fast repair, didn't want to have to use that one off. Or if you're in my Discord, just get into the iRacing section and talk to the folks out there. We appreciate you all, of course. Reach out to I will, Cody. Are you gonna race? Are they still limiting you because you've got like a bajillion iRating? Eric Hegel to the outside. Jesse Holmes rolls the inside. Florida natives trying to battle back, or sorry, two southeastern drivers trying to. There's a Florida driver there, and Eric's from South Carolina. They're rolling. They are absolutely rolling. No time. You're leading the B Open in points. I understand that, man. You definitely have to take the priorities when it comes to what happens there. I was seeing that you and was it Schaefer was like third or fourth in points. I was trying to see if Schaefer was still up there in points. I'll have to get back in there and look. I'll keep the officials in there. Wise picks up sixth here. Holmes. Drivers are utilizing the high line. Kevin Winker tries to drop to the inside, but nobody's going with him. Schaefer's really good at cars. 4, 17, 42, 29. So I keep up on a few things, right? I do keep up on what the simulator's doing, and I keep up on what what iRacing's doing as a platform. Something I probably need to do is I need to start keeping up on the actual official side of things for you folks. So that way I know what's going on. I can pull stats, I just don't. All right. Outside lane has gone to the inside. Got me. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, brother. Got me on both the platforms. I love it. I love it. You know, I tell people the 30 seconds a day of Signature Esports benefits you, benefits me, and benefits these drivers. More than 30 seconds, though. 60 seconds is the best. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much to everybody out there. Keep the likes, keep the follows, keep the shares, get all that stuff out there. We love you. Thank you for the like out there, Chris. Much love to you. 4, 42, 17, 29, 18 is going to be the top 5. Wise Beverly hails Beverly. And I mean, why? A Wise Beverly hail to Beverly. And then Dahl to Beverly. Not trying to make fun of their names, but there's a lot of Beverlys in here, and it kind of just worked. My bad. 4, 17, 42, 29, 18. Your Powerball numbers for the day? Well, your lucky Powerball couldn't be the 16. I don't know. It all is what it is. Or leads the outside line. Tell you what, Will Rhino and Eric Hegel are making that outside line work. That inside just can't stay focused enough, or can't stay grouped enough to make it work. And right now, the 17 disrupting the 4 a little bit there. 29 has a huge run to the inside, and nobody going with him. Nobody is there. I'll just utilize the draft the best I can. I fall back to 4th, though. I don't know. He's getting some upper seam air. Nick Lawrence drops in with him. It's probably the smart, not going to say smart, probably the best thing that Holmes could get right now. These trucks seem to be a little bit free. I mean, even Nick, one of the drivers that I would say is probably one of the best truck series super speedway drivers that I get to see, and it just seems like he's looking free here as well. Okay, wonder, show him who's boss, Hales. He won stage 1. He's right here. He's just soaking up the draft, letting the wind blow through his hair. So, thank you for the like. Appreciate you. Sunil. Oh, it's Sunil Prasad. I like your name. Where are you from? Tell me where you're from. Folks, tell me where you're from. I want to know where you're from. You know, it's because I am. Bill Hales trying to repeat the stages here. Right behind him, Mark Beverly's going to... I wonder if Mark learned his lesson right there. Stay behind Bill Hales. Just stay right behind him. Second pack of drivers kind of lifted a little bit to keep themselves out of some mess here. 51 of 80, still a green flag pit stop to be had here as we start approaching that 75 lap that 25 lap to go mark here. We're getting very close. First to pits might win this one. We shall see. 417 high side, and they've been holding everybody at bay right now. And the 42 of Kevin Winker trying to keep folks in the mix. Keith Prince able to get back out on the track. Something must have happened with Keith here as the number 3 gets out there to complete some laps. 52 laps down, but everybody else can wreck, and he can complete 52 laps. Three gets out there. He's out there to help. There is Dougie Higgins Jr. there. First driver off the lead. First driver off the lead lap's going to be Jesse Calloway here. He's looking for a lucky dog situation. Got a little bit of nose damage and right side damage still for that driver. Eric Hagel out front, single file, 417, 42, 54 of 80. As we do think. Full send, folks. 54 of 80. And there they go. You know that Keith wanted to be here the entire race, and here he is. He's finally able to get himself in. Something must have happened to him. Hagel, Lionel Winker. 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be about a green flag pit stop. Who's going to be able to make that work? Who's coming in? Who's not coming in? 29 looked like he was going to drop down. He was way up to speed, not going to be able to make that work as they continue to move this progressive bar forward. And a good run for them all. Good to see you all out there. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And if you are not, how can I make it better? Who needs $1 million? We all do, right? It's that patented question. Interesting strategy. The front 5 will mostly have to stop this. I was wondering, because they came in on 32. That gives them 3. When they green flagged at 34. It's going to be interesting. 18 of Lawrence is going to be top 4 coming. Nick Lawrence stays out. Nick Lawrence leads here. Beverly to the inside. Will Hale stays out as well. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it. It's 22 to 24 laps, right, Cody? If I'm correct out there, it's 22 to 24 laps. Based off of the averages, the calculation averages. Eric Hegdel had to leave pit road. I mean, he had to come to pit road because he's been leaving us. So 25 laps to go, brought to you by the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions. Everybody else has been soaking up some fuel and soaking up the draft back there. Top four did come in. The only driver inside the top four that did come in was Jesse Holmes. Take that back. Jesse Holmes did come in. So I'm missing somebody. Will Reinl. There he is. He and Kevin Winker are right there, so they're going to be able to make that work. Callaway came to pit road. He is on pit road now, getting his green flag pit stop. That was the driver I was missing. Bill Hales, Mark Beverly, Tyler Beverly, your top three. Nick Lawrence in the 18. He's going to come to pit road with everybody else. And I should say they should start to think about coming to pit road sometime soon. 18 comes to pit road. 45 comes to pit road. Everybody in. Well, Reinl stays the track. Reinl and Winker. Winker might be all right, depending on the pace they're going to be able to make here. 23 laps to go, and up to speed finally. And we shall see if this becomes that fuel strategy race that I was talking about to begin with. Bill Hales, your race leader, in pit road right now, as these drivers complete their green flag pit stops. I'm more worried about fuel than I am tires at the moment. How can you make the pit stops faster? Well, that's exactly what they did. Mark Beverly and company leading themselves off pit road. Reinl and Winker will be up to speed here. But something you got to keep in mind with these two drivers is right behind them. They're going to have a freight train pretty much heading their way. So Mark Beverly will have to back up to Nathan Dahl. Bill Hales is going to be there as well. Tyler Beverly. Now, Will Reinl and Kevin Winker, they may be going to, let's see, they're at 180 miles an hour into the corner, 178. The drivers behind him, Mark Beverly, still 4 seconds off the pace, and you see the relative right there gaining. But as they start to dwindle down this time, with 22 laps to go, these drivers are going to be fine on fuel. Nathan Dahl should get to the back bumper of the 30 here, and now Bill Hales and company behind him are going to be fast. Now that relative starting to slightly close in around the 30 to the back bumper of the 13. If they can get themselves in line and up to speed down the back straightaway, the 181 will be nothing as Mark Beverly gets himself 180 into the corner, 5.7 seconds back, and they're going to need a whole lot of company. Bill Hales needs to close down that distance. If they're going to get that top spot, know that they're going to get that top spot. They're going to have to button some things up here. Mark Beverly, somebody that you can push around this racetrack. Nathan Dahl over the back bumper. The rest of them are going to have to straight line this if they're going to catch the top two. Fastest lap of the race, Jesse Wise in the 69. .4836 by 5/100ths of a second. Oh, Wise in and out. Don't blink, I know just what you're thinking. Beverly now able to have somebody to shove around. Now they're 2x2. And they're losing ground to Reinl and Winker still. They come off the straightaway. Going to be a little bit faster. Bill Hales now to be able to be shoved by the 13. This is where you want to be. 20 laps to go and a whole lot of time to make up. Jesse Wise again, fastest lap of the race. Last time by. Dougie Higgins Jr. matching it, so pretty darn close to it. Sorry, his fastest lap, 0.2 of a second off that. It showed me that he had the fastest lap. That was wrong. Will Reinl and Kevin Winker, 20 laps to go. They're going to be leading here. Kevin needs to save some fuel. So does Will Reinl. They need to save a little bit of fuel in order to be able to make this one. And right now, they're running around here full pace, full battle rattle. Nathan Dahl and company closing the distance as the 30 is out front of the 18. Mark Beverly falls back to the 69 and the 53 of Bill Hales. They're going to save just a little bit here as well. They know that with 19 laps to go, there's no reason to get yourself all dicey and worked up, because you can make some moves if you're catching. You've got to be catching. These two drivers right here, 4.4 seconds, and the relative starting to really soak up. Now, if they are not bunched up to the 30, the 18, and the 4, and I mean Bill Hales, Jesse Wise, Mark Beverly, if these drivers lose any kind of a gap to the 30, they're going to lose some pace here. Not only are they going to lose some pace, but they're going to lose a lot of time. 4 of Eric Hegel to the bottom side, 30 and the 18 to the top side. And close back down that distance. Eric Hegel and the 30 rolling the corner. Games being played. They are. You know that they are. You know that everybody's probably alternating right now, trying to make sure that they have that lap, that half lap that I think that they're short. So if they all can do that and gain time on Rhino and Winker, because Rhino and Winker right now, they're pulling away again. 17:42. No doubt checking their fuel calculators, listening to their spotters and how much time they're going to be working at it here. I'm doing the math in my head right here. And they're very close. 55, 57. Rhino Winker trying to close down this race. And if the 17 needs, Winker might need to go around, maybe make sure that the 17 is going on fuel. Hegdal losing a ton of ground right now to Will Reinl. That pack is not closing any distance right now. They're 6.3 seconds back now and losing ground by 6 miles an hour a lap. Will Reinl and Kevin Winker. There's the speed getting into the corner for Will Reinl. And corner exit. And miles per hour for the 17. A little bit of gap for the 42. He lays off just a little bit here. I think they needed to save a little bit more. Eric Hegdal still slower. I mean, there's not. I mean, now he's catching some of that rear draft, so he's going to go a little bit faster. Reinl and Winker really trying to save here. 167, 166. Winker backs up the corner here just a little bit. 15 laps to go. Hegdal and company. Still 6 seconds to be made up here. And they have got to find that range, because right now the 17 driving as fast as he can around this racetrack doesn't have anybody behind him. The 42 gets a run on him here now as they continue to move forward. 4.5 seconds. We can watch this relative close from the 17 and the 42. But Eric Hegdal now finally finds some speed here with these drivers. I think they have enough. They have enough here. Jesse Holmes went from the back to the front. He came in on 55 himself. Eric Hegdal and Jesse Holmes had to save some fuel because they came in on 55 as well. Nathan Dahl, Nick Lawrence, all these drivers right here, they came in on 57. 2 laps may not seem like a lot, but we're talking 5 miles of fuel. That's huge to be able to try to save at a super speedway when you're going 180, 55 miles an hour. 4:30, 18:53 of Bill Hales right there as well. Jesse Holmes to the outside. Holmes, Nathan Dahl did come in on 57, so he should be okay on fuel. We'll say okay with a big question mark at the end. Mark Beverly in 9th, Dougie Higgins Jr. in 10th, Tyler Beverly, Haas Beverly, Jesse Calloway to pit road. He had to take care of his damage. I think his engine blew. Caleb Patton back out there, still running laps. This driver is no quit attitude, and Keith Prince out there still as well. I'm waiting for Keith to get up there and start pushing some people around. He's got a big clean truck right now. Going to make some things work for himself. Winning bid 13 to go. Brought to you by the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions. Go check out the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions. There's a link in the description on Facebook. And you will enjoy that for sure. Kevin Winker drops back 42. No doubt needs to save something here. And so he's going to find himself at the tail end of the field here, just trying to make sure that he can save any kind of fuel. Because he went kind of hard with Will Reinl here. 17 out front. No quit attitude. Eric Hagel there as well. The 29 of Jesse Holmes. Top 3 came in on 55, just like Kevin Winker. Kevin knows something's up here. Needs fuel saving. Nick Lawrence in the Toyota. I'm just waiting for the drivers who know that they're good to finally crank it up and go around these other drivers. Is that going to happen? Like Nathan Dahl, who has an opportunity here to pull Nick Lawrence with him. Bill Hales and Jesse Wise in the mix. Watch Bill Hales. He's not done. He won stage 1 and only approached the top 5 with about 2 laps to go. 2 or 3 laps to go before the end of the stage. And then he full sent. Reinl, Hagel, Holmes, Dahl, and Lawrence, Hales, Wise, Mark Beverly, Higgins, Tyler Beverly, and Haas Beverly. Kevin Winker back here in 12. Last driver in up to speed right now. Calloway on pit road. Patton still completing his laps. He's 16 laps down. Keith Prince 50 laps down. Don't count out Keith Prince because anything can happen. With 11 laps to go. Could you imagine if this race got extended just so that Keith could win? Imagine all trucks in front of him totaled, no fast repairs left, and we watched the 3 drive around to win this race for 50 extra laps. Has that ever been done? I need to do some research. That is an interesting take, and it's maybe a fact that I might want to look up. When has a lap down vehicle so many laps down and have the field wreck to come around and race his way back around to win? That would be a race. That would be one of those, I would say, miracle races, but it'd be interesting to see. Will Reinl half second distance. I think Eric Hagel slowing down for some speed here. This is the slowest I've seen these trucks all night. 166, 165 on the straightaways. Right now, Will Reinl 164, 165 miles an hour. Everybody behind him, 166 miles an hour. These trucks go 188 miles an hour, 190 miles an hour. It's being shoved the right way. Top speed the last lap, 174. Nine laps to go. Jesse Holmes. Dougie Higgins Jr. ready to go. Holmes, lap 55-41, right there in the corner draft here. And if they have to pit 2 laps prior, well, it happens that way. A good race. Fuel strategy races are my favorite. Keeps you guessing. He went too hard. He's just going to go home. Outside, Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to win here. Trying to lead with Mark Beverly to the outside. 178 now. Top speed, last lap, 185. Bill Hales was the fastest driver last lap. 18 and Nick Lawrence right behind him. Line running 41.13. Will Rhino is going to need to save a lot of fuel. He was out front for way too long. If he doesn't run out of fuel, I will be very surprised. Even in the draft now, this is a little bit too late in the race. Kevin Winker dropped back. Maybe Kevin dropped back at the right time. And now everybody up to speed. Nobody wants to give it edge. 41.13 on the high side, 53 right there with him. You know, Mark Beverly's looking in his rearview mirror going, how did Bill get behind me again? '29 says he's not making it. I didn't think that Jesse was going to make it. Jesse was trying to save. I know the 17 of I want Will to make it. I do. I want them all to make it, or to run out right at the end. Dougie Higgins Jr., Jesse Holmes, Mark Beverly. Well, Jesse Holmes is not going to give up, that's for sure. Higgins, Beverly, Holmes, Rhino, Lawrence, Hales and Lawrence. I'm surprised the outside lane is not pulled away from that inside lane. As organized as they are, Holmes and Rhino. Rhino doesn't have the fuel to shove him around, but he's doing it anyway. 5 laps to go. And we're going to get down to the sputter moments. 41-29, Jesse Holmes leading here. 17 rolling the corner. 13 goes low. Dicey on the backstretch here for these drivers. 13 there with Bill Hales. Go to the inside of the 41. Dougie Higgins Jr. trying to work the outside lane. 29-17, the corner. A lot of drivers sitting below that yellow line. That yellow line will get you loose and send you up the racetrack a little bit. 17 goes low. Has to come in for fuel. No question about it. Now Jesse Holmes, who had saved for a little bit, trying to make it work. 41 being pushed by the 18 a little bit next to the wall there, so 41-18-30. Now, Mark Beverly has the inside line with Holmes. And now the 41 drops down. Took a long time for that to happen. Dougie Higgins Jr. now is going to have Nick Lawrence to the high side. Nathan Dahl in the 30. The 29 stuck between a rock and a hard spot here. The rock is going to be the 41 of Dougie Higgins Jr. to the inside. And then Mark Beverly to the inside, to the rear bumper. So now, and the fact of the matter is, Jesse Holmes will probably run out of fuel here in the wrong turn in the wrong moment, because now Dougie Higgins Jr. has nobody behind him with enough fuel to push him. And you don't want to be Jesse Holmes because you can't push. I mean, you can't really push. 3 laps to go. Nick Lawrence out front on the high side. Pedestrian race? Yes. 13 goes 3 wide. Mark Beverly trying to clear the 29 here. 30 right there. Jesse Wise right there as well. Wise into 69 in the 10. Mark Beverly goes around the 29. Gets right back to the back bumper of the 41. The 9 down low. Now the 29 comes to pit road. Gets himself clear. 41 now there to shove. 2 laps to go. Man, oh man. Yeah, the last of the drivers on pit row who came in on 55, he dropped back really late. There's Patton right there. Kevin Winker has saved as much fuel as he can, and we'll see if he makes it. Has himself some bonus points to be able to make it work. Higgins right there, 13 to the yellow line. You see him stutter step right there. They need the white flag. Tri-oval. It waves. White flag waves here at Daytona. Race 2 to the playoffs. And this one's been a good one, folks. 41-18, 13. If you thought shoving was done, well, it's not done. Kevin Winker way back here. Right there with Eric Hegel. They're going to be trying to just make it on fuel. Coasting around. Side by side, the 18 to the outside. 41's going to be there as well. 18. Oh, 13 gives a big shove to the 41. Trying to give himself. Oh, they're wrecking. They are wrecking. Dougie Higgins Jr. down the racetrack. Nick Lawrence, just by way of being the only truck there, comes around here and is going to win this with nobody in sight. All of that anticipation and emotion that you thought was going to happen overturned on the backstretch. Haas Beverly finishes in second. Mark Beverly will finish in third. And a whole lot of wrecked trucks here. Bill Hales will be in fourth. Nick Lawrence, the only clean truck out there, and is your race winner. Whoa, man. Kinda wanna go take a look at that white flag wave right there. All right, our chase, we're gonna look at this. Now, Mark Beverly was right here. Let's see what happened here. He was shoving the 41. He's trying to get Dougie to go faster. 30 right there with the 18. Bill Hales behind the 13. Into the corner. Mark just trying to do what he can to get the 41 just a little bit faster. The 30 doing the same with the 18. This is the backstretch. This is what happened here. 13 tries to shove. Oh, gets him a little free. 13's right there. Oh, man. Oh, no. Hold on. Right here. Let's not take away what happened. The 69 of Jesse Wise sees what happens in front of him. 41 got a little free. 13 was bumping him there. So 13 tries to give him the lane. He's going to give him the lane. You see him driving back up the racetrack to make sure he gives him the lane because he shoved him down there. And then the Netco puts the 30 into the 13. And then next thing you know, bam, 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 bam. Nick Lawrence, your race winner. Haas Beverly will be second. Mark Beverly third. Good night of points for Haas and Mark. And kind of want to look at those playoff points one more. Whoop, wrong button. There we go. That gives Haas a good bump there. A good finish. Race results. Lawrence Beverly, 18-22-13. Bill Hales in the 53. Nathan Dahl in the 30. That's your top 5. Wise, Tyler Beverly, Kevin Winker, Jesse. Kevin Winker still had a top 10 finish, and he was outside the top 10, running out of fuel. Let's see. Jesse Holmes, Will Rhino, Eric Hegel finishes in 11th. Dougie Higgins Jr. finishes in 12th. Callaway, Patton, Prince. And then Cody, you still finished in 16th, man. You and Joey were tied. Man, oh man. All of the anticipation, man, I was waiting for it, folks. I was waiting for it. Let's talk to your race winner, Nick Lawrence. Congratulations on the race win here. Talk to me about that last lap.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, I can tell you that. Oh my gosh. It was on top half there. I mean, and then all of a sudden just rearview mirror and everybody's just gone all of a sudden. So yeah.
It was half shove because the 30 was shoving you pretty clean there, and then all of a sudden, he gave you a good enough bump, but had some netco behind him that kind of helped turn him into another truck. And the next thing you know, it was smooth sailing. But
Oh yeah.
56 came on lap 57. How much fuel did you have to save? Because we knew that fuel strategy was going to come down and play this end of this race.
I didn't have to save a ton. I definitely couldn't run up front right away because if I would have did that, I would have been in trouble. I mean, yeah, I literally just kind of ran out of gas doing what I was doing there, burning out. So I was about a lap and a half to the good at the end.
Yeah, it was a good race. Great drive off. You were my pick to win. I said, if you want somebody, because I noticed, I got in there, I said, probably one of the best drivers that I've seen run super speedways, especially in the trucks, was you. And it was because of it just seemed like the truck seemed a little bit more free today. Because it looked like you were free behind a few drivers, and other drivers were free there as well.
Yeah. Well, first like 25 laps, I didn't have any force feedback in my steering wheels, so that was making it interesting for a little bit.
See, that might have been it. That might have been everything that I was seeing. We were inside your cockpit view, and I was like, "It looks free." This is one of the guys that I would peg to win this one, and sure enough, there you go. You come around and win it. Would love to have seen if it was a drag race there at the end, or maybe you guys wrecked each other at the start finish line. But to see it be able to get out there and not have to do it, and you had a clean truck, I'm gonna get great photos.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. I was amazed I didn't get in any real damage at all this race, so pretty good.
It was good time, good fun. Nick, give you shout outs out there. Congrats on the race win here, and look forward to seeing you at Vegas.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to give a shout out to the Beverleys for running this league. Everybody that helps me in my league, and yeah, and everybody that races in there, and you for broadcasting. Thank you.
Always a ton of fun. NASCAR East Coast Racing League. You got a new season coming up soon, right?
In October, actually, we're gonna restart back up. So
Sweet.
be a little bit.
Well, it may be a little bit, but folks, when he puts that information back up, we will make sure that we share it over on a Facebook page too. I was broadcasting over there. They have a great league, great drivers. I had to make some changes and choices on my end. It's nothing that Nick did. Nick's awesome. Nick, congrats on the race win here, brother.
Thanks.
Always a ton of fun. 18. I like seeing him win. He proves me right too. That's what's great about that. I like that. P2 finisher. How you doing, Haas?
Hey, buddy.
I'm talking
again.
2 weeks in a row.
You again, I know.
Sweet. 22, you
Nice.
come home second. What is up with all
Right.
those twos, man?
I love the twos, bro. I love it.
So walk me through this
How
one.
about that? Hey, who's the fastest Beverly now, huh? You make sure you tell him that.
He's gonna know. I'm dying here.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be crazy, so we tried to stay out of trouble for a while. I wanted to go out and lead a lap, at least one, and I did, and then back to the back and just drove around and dodged the damage.
We watched you go through and miss the second caution. You had to really stop, and as you were stopping, it was like everybody missed. It was like a whoop and a slip and a this and it was insane to see. And we go back and we review that. This track seemed different today.
No, I thought it felt good. To me, I thought the track felt pretty good, actually.
Well, it looked, and if it felt good to you, it looked different to me. That means something went right because you hit P2. Not only that, but fuel strategy seemed to work with you as well. You came in when it seemed that you needed to come in. Do you think stretching another lap would have made it a little bit easier, or is it pretty much that's what you had?
Yeah, I was pretty maxed out. I probably had a gallon left at the end. we just wanted to try to stretch as far as we could and try to ride in line and save a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we knew it was really tight.
Yeah, it was so
So we
tight that
just
that even Kevin, who's the master at saving fuel, barely finished here.
yeah, it was tight, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. Those guys, I think, pitted a lap before us or so, and I don't know how they made it. So
2
they had to
laps.
be on fumes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they were running out. Yeah, uh, and that's what we were trying to focus on here was who was going to win, who was going to have that push, and it seemed like everybody was running 166 there for a little while, and it just
It
saving.
was so slow that we didn't know what to do. We're like, all right, we got to go, man. This is. I've never went this slow in a race before.
That's it. And you guys did that for 2 laps, and I was like, maybe everybody's saving. I don't know. This is the slowest I've ever seen these trucks. The lap time was like 54 seconds. So
Yeah, once you make a move though, it's cars see you coming, they start jumping up. So then you got to plan what you're gonna do, with the lap left. You got to find a gap. And I was getting pretty good runs, so I told him, I'm like, look, I'm coming up the middle.
and you say, I'm going, and
Yeah, I dodged it. I got a wall job there and dodged I think it was Dougie come back across the track, and otherwise I wouldn't have made P2. So I got lucky there.
well, I tell you what, Haas, P2 finish. You started second, you finished second. You didn't lose or gain anything here other than a big smile on your face because you're faster than Mark. Give your shout outs out
That's
there, man.
right.
Congrats
That's
on a
right.
P2 finish here.
All right, dude. Yeah, well, always thank you, man. You did a great job for us this year. Thanks to Mark. He puts all the hard work in here. Thanks to our sponsors, and yeah, I can't wait till next week and try to get in that top 10.
I think, well, I say what? This gives you a bonus jumping points here. You'll, could no doubt go from 6th to 5th, I would assume, based on what your points you guys have. But then next week's Vegas. Vegas is a good track.
Yeah, I like Vegas. There's some strategy there. A lot of time I'm not had real great finishes there, but I'm gonna give it my best. Tuned up my my steering and my brake, my pedals. You know what I mean this
Mhm.
week, and they seem to respond a lot better. So that's helped me out. So hopefully it works.
Well, Haas, I look forward to seeing you get out there and kick some butt and take some names, all right?
Right on, man. Have a good day. I'll probably see you tomorrow night.
That's it.
And you have a good week.
Always. Everybody, Haas Beverly, the man himself, we talked to him 2 weeks in a row. We're going to do it again tomorrow. He's going to win tomorrow. I put the pressure on him. I let him hear that. Mark Beverly's going to be your 3rd place finisher here, but not without having a huge day trying to save fuel, trying to make sure that you did everything right. And there at the end, it was all about missing the backstretch. Haas said he was faster though.
Yeah, there he is, I guess, huh? Yeah, that last backstretch, I felt like a ping pong ball. I'm surprised I got 3rd, but just saw a little opening in the middle there, tried to make it, and I think people just started getting a little crazy and went for a spin. But yeah, it was an overall pretty good race. Just trying to get some good points, move on next round.
Well, I saw that you had a huge shove to the 41 there, and then he got a little bit free, and then you kind of moved up to give him that lane down there, so that way, of course, you're not trapping him down the lane. But at the same time, above you, you didn't know that Jesse Wise was to the outside of oh man, who was that? Was up there? It was the 30 of Nathan Dahl. Nathan just tried to hold on to it there. He had some net code that caused him to get in front, come back down in front of everybody. So it was insane. It was absolute. The last lap of that race I was like, all right, fuel strategy's out of the way. They're going to be racing. And then all of a sudden, I think all that pent up animosity and that all right, we've had to save so much, now it's go time, kind of went out the window.
Yeah, pretty much. I knew once we hit that lap count that it was going to be pandemonium. I'm surprised we didn't have a green-white checker. I was kind of thinking we'd have that, but yeah, it was kind of snooze fest until the last 5 laps probably. So
not by my books. I was counting laps. I was counting fuel cycle. I was talking to Cody in chat, trying to make sure that I'm right on lap numbers and what you guys are doing. And I tell you what, it may have been.
Well, that's because you got your stuff together. You know it.
I was trying to make sure that you guys, 80 laps around super speedways is a long way around these tracks. People don't understand that, the Cup Series runs 167 laps, as far as the NASCAR Cup Series. And that's a long way around this racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. 2.5 miles there. It takes a while, especially when we were saving fuel. It felt like we were just had like an anchor to us, really. But glad we made it though.
It worked. It worked for me. Mark, congratulations on the P3 finish. It's going to pad that bonus points. You had basically a full race of bonus points coming into the round of 15. With Las Vegas next week, is it still full send, or is it hey, I gotta take a step back and play this one safe?
Well, I'm definitely gonna go for the win. I like Vegas there. We'll be a little bit of pack racing, but if we get some green flags, it'll definitely be some tire wear, which I'll enjoy some tire wear tracks. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the win, if not a top 5, just to be safe. But
Gotta keep pushing it. Mark, give shout outs and congrats.
yeah, thanks to you putting on a good show for us, everybody watching. Our sponsors, MLO Bros Podcast, Winning Bids, DIecast Auctions, Butt Kicker, and thanks to my wife for letting me race, and hopefully everybody enjoyed. So see you next week.
It's always gonna be a ton of fun, Mark. We'll see you next week at Vegas. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow. You race it tomorrow too.
Yeah, I should be there. I think I don't have anything going on.
Well, I hope to see you there, because the goat racing community definitely enjoys having you over there.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
Always. Mark Beverly finishes in 3rd and does a phenomenal job always at his post-race interviews. We love what he does. Thank you to the sponsors out there, of course, and always. Congrats to Nick Lawrence and company for doing his job. He had nothing to worry about, and that was a great job being able to miss that. He had the high line figured out, and it made it work. There's not any more than I can say about that than that right there. Great job by Nick and what he does. Thank you to the Butt Kicker, thebuttkicker.com, promo code AOR20, the MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. Thank you to Haas Motorsport, Big Haas Motorsports, and of course, thank you to the Winning Bid DIecast Auctions. Go check all the links in the description. Make sure you go to Operation Supply Drop as well in the description of the video. Make sure you donate. Help some of these folks out, and whether it's $1, $5, $10, $2, you can donate whatever you want. We have 200. We have raised 250 of the 1,000 to send to them, which goes directly to them anyway. So I never see a dime. I just what I look at is I look at that number because I'm going to do some streamer rewards and perks for that according to what we're going to be doing with it. And yeah, a lot of fun. It's going to be great. We're looking for a good time. New games, new things coming out. Broadcasts are only going to be picking up. We're going to be trying to do more and more and more. And much love to everybody out there. Make sure that you know that you are the best out there. Nick Lawrence was your biggest mover of the race. Nathan Dahl was tied for the biggest mover of the race with 11 spots gained for both of the drivers. But just make sure that you know that mental health is always there. I'm here to help support. I want to have the biggest community, not just with iRacing, but just esports all together. We're doing big things, folks. Big plans, big future. We want to do it all with you, and keep your heads up. Be the best you can be. Much love. See you in the next one.